What? You let them take 2 of our rings?
I apologize.
See, we figured if we stole a couple rings, you'd be proud of us.
There's no point stealing theirs if we keep losing ours, you morons!
I'm sorry, okay? But Lord Sombron will understand. We're his favorites after all. He's not gonna scold us for losing a couple rings.
Marnie.
Yes? That hurt!
You should have done as I ordered. No more and no less. I cannot protect you this time.
Me? It's your fault we lost the Ring of the Holy Knight!
I was following Lady Vale's orders. Do you mean to suggest she is at fault?
Well, no, but...
I will not make excuses. If punishment is due, give it to me.
You.
Marnie was merely seeking your praise. I am to blame. I should have stopped her.
What a selfless display. To see you show care for a fellow hound. I'm touched. Or perhaps you fear what I'll do to Lady Vale if I'm angry. Alas, it's too late. I've already cast the spell.
What? You promised to wait until our return.
I meant to, I really did. But then the defect awoke. I had no choice. And don't speak to me of promises. You have broken your vow to Lord Sombron. As the head of this family, I must punish my children when they misbehave.
Punish? What are you gonna do?
Marnie, run!
I don't think so.
Look at that. Both out cold. Seemed painful, too.
Stop your salivating. You have work to do, and I'm leaving.
What should I do with them?
Oh, they'll come crawling back. They have nowhere to be but at my side. I trust you won't be distracted from the task I gave you. Even as they inflict pain upon you, pay attention. There mustn't be the slightest doubt.
I know. I've got to see if that loser is Lord Sombron's kid.
Here we are. Elyos Castle.
Sombron is likely within those walls. Vale, too.
Yes.
I hope she's safe. But there's a chance she'll face us as an enemy, not a friend. Be vigilant. At the first sign of danger, we should retreat.
What's wrong?
Those words. They're Marth's. That's what he told me at Distinia Cathedral before I lost him. We still haven't recovered from our defeat that day. What if it happens again?
It won't. We're stronger than ever before. You've really stepped into your role of divinity.
You really think so?
Yes. That's why I know we'll get the emblems back.
That's the highest praise you could give me. Let's go. Is Elyos Castle usually this quiet?
No. I would at least expect royal soldiers to be standing guard.
Maybe Sombron dealt with them.
You mean, turn them into the corrupted?
No.
Who needs those boring soldiers when you can have me?
Briss.
Been a while, Divine One. Welcome. You must be tired after that long journey. Oh, and look, the long-lost princess. Got homesick, huh? I gotta hand it to you. 2 more rings in your pocket. Not bad. But for the complete set, you'll need more. Like this one.
The Ring of the Caring Princess!
It's the real deal, too. I'll prove it.
Celica!
I'll give her back. All you gotta do is beat me.
What is this?
Nothing. What, you think Lord Sombron's gonna show up?
It's one against many. We'll crush you.
You know just what to say. Relax. No one's coming. If I'm wrong, I'll bite off my tongue and choke on my blood.
What is this about?
You want answers. You'll have to whack 'em out of me.
Fine. I don't know what you're after, but we won't let this chance pass us by. Get ready, Gris. We'll make you give back that ring.
Now you're talking. Make me, dragon. Tear me limb from limb from limb. Let's keep the fun going. I'm gonna make you work for it.
He vanished. Gris must be using Emblem Celica's power. He's probably hiding in the shadows. Be careful, everyone. All right.
Dream well.
Go ahead. Right away.
Very well.
Got it.
Wouldn't miss it.
I'm prepared.
My will is firm. All flowers eventually wilt.
I'm honored. I hear you.
Yes! So what's the plan? You gonna stab me, mash me, shred me to ribbons? Allow me!
Again? Where did he go?
Let's have some fun.
Serves you right.
Stay focused.
Emblem Engage!
Is that a rare critter? Ooh, I just spotted a rare bug.
Tired of playing hide and seek? Me too. Let's get vicious.
I won't forget you.
Me first! I'm sorry you had to see that. I feel great! I'll help!
Talk about a good time.
Farewell to you.
Rest in pieces. Not enough.
That is that.
My pleasure.
Okay, who's next? magia.
Unfortunate.
Let's have some fun!
Take that!
Made quick work of that.
I'm sorry.
That was a cinch!
Allow me!
I'm sorry you had to see that.
I'm worn down.
I'd rather be friends.
I don't do mercy. That's how a princess does it.
If I can, I shall.
Ah, thanks!
Precision! Power! I am sorry.
Consider it done.
May I call on you?
necessary.
Emblem Engage!
Watch this. A good win.
Emblem Engage!
I'm your knight to command. Emblem, engage!
Were you raised by wolves?
Oh, yeah!
Serves you right.
Oh, Sally, you are all fired up, aren't you? Let loose! This feels good. So good. I'm gonna kill you. All of you!
Don't stand in my way.
You're done for.
Oh, yeah!
I can't retreat now.
Yes. Ha! So kind of you. Allow me.
Ha! Simply wonderful.
How do you like to be hurt, Divine One? I'm a people pleaser.
Hand over the ring, Briss.
Ignoring me? Oh, that hurts my feelings. Fine, I'll give you the ring. As soon as I've gotten my fill.
Allow me.
Ready yourself.
Exquisite. That's the good stuff right there.
The ring! We got it back! What are you laughing at?
Me? Nothing. Better summon her. Want to free her from Lord Sombron's power, don't you?
I know. Care for us, Emblem of Echoes!
I thank you.
Emblem Celica, it's such a relief to have you back again.
Oh man, ain't this whole thing just a laugh riot? Zephyr, that little hunch of yours was so dead on!
I think it's clear you've lost your mind.
Look at you acting all high and mighty. It's clear you've lost your mind. Yeah, that's cute. The real question is, have you lost yours? You're playing up this whole thing like you're a god, but you're fighting on the wrong side. Why are you staring at me with that stupid look on your face? You think you're a divine dragon? Let me set you straight. You are the child of the Fell Dragon!
I am his child? No, but... how?
How dare you utter such slander, such lies?
If the dragon doesn't remember it, how the hell would you know anything? Were you there 1,000 years ago? I'll tell you how I figured it out. Divine and Fell Dragons can both summon emblems, right? But they don't do it the same way. Divine dragons pray. Fell Dragons, though, they use invocations. That's how you summon Celica. That's how you've done it all along, isn't it? Which means you're, say it with me, the Fell Dragon's child.
But then... I don't understand. Why did Mother call me her child?
How should I know? You'll have to ask her. Oh, wait.
You blackguard!
Sticks and stones, buddy. Anyway, now I've got what I came for. Too bad it cost me a ring, but I was told to buy time, and I did. Lord Sombron and Lady Vale should be long gone by now.
You mean they were here after all?
Whoops. Didn't mean for that to slip out. Ah well, your divine dragon's a fraud. Take your time falling apart. Will you scatter to the winds? Cut each other's throats? So many options. See ya.
Halt!
I'm the Fell Dragons.
He was lying, Divine One. I don't believe a word of it.
We can't be divided by the enemy. We must be calm.
Saying Sombron isn't here may have been another attempt to mislead us.
Let's look around and make sure. Well?
This place is well and truly deserted.
Yes. Sombron is no longer in the castle.
What should we do now?
If what Gris said is true, I should leave.
What do you mean, leave?
The night Mother died, I had a nightmare where I was surrounded by flames. My hair and eyes were red. Now I see. It wasn't a nightmare. It was a memory.
One bad dream doesn't prove anything.
Maybe not. But this will. Emblem Sigurd.
I am here.
You knew me 1,000 years ago, didn't you? Answer this. Was Gris telling the truth? Am I the Fell Dragon's child?
You are.
How can this be?
So it's true.
I apologize. With your memories lost, we thought you could be happy living this way. That is what Lumera and I agreed upon the day you awoke.
Why did Mother call me her child?
Sombron had turned his back on you. Your life was in danger. Both you and Lumera wished above all else to be a family. That is the fullness of my knowledge.
That's plenty, Sigurd. Thank you. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm not a divine dragon. I never was.
You have nothing to apologize for.
Only a divine dragon could imprison Sombron as Mother did. What chance do we have now of surviving this war? Without such power, there's no hope of stopping Sombron.
Why would you assume you lack the power of a divine dragon? You have fell dragon blood, yes, but you forget your own abilities. Think back to Flora Port, when my ring was returned and you summoned me.
But I used an invocation.
Emblem summoned through a fell dragon's power cannot communicate. Think back upon emblems summoned with the fell dragon's power. Could they speak?
No. When I called out to them, they didn't answer.
Please, explain further, Sir Sigurd.
A fell dragon's invocation robs an emblem of their free will. Their service is compulsory. With a prayer, the emblem keeps their free will. A divine dragon would wish nothing less. You use both invocation and prayer.
You mean... I do have the power of a divine dragon?
Precisely. Your hair and eyes prove the fact eloquently. At one time, both were red. The blue is proof that through Lumera's love, you have inherited a divine dragon's power. Lumera shortened her life so that you could succeed her as the divine dragon.
Mother.
We emblems fight alongside you of our own volition. We could only deepen our bonds with you because you have the power of a divine dragon. You are the one intended to carry on Lumera's legacy. Will you still leave after hearing this? Is that your wish?
No. I want to stay. I can't change that I'm the Fell Dragon's child. I know that. But I would like to continue on as the Divine Dragon. If you will have me.
Of course we will.
Oh, Alfred.
Sure, first we came to you because we needed your help. But now I care about you. Fell or Divine or whatever else. We need you. So no more talk about leaving us.
We'd never have made it this far without you. I will follow wherever you lead. If you have only half of your power, so be it. We'll make up for the other half.
What matters to me isn't how you were born. It's what you do with the life you're given. If you choose to live as a divine dragon, then that's what you are.
Conflicted as I might be, I am made resolute by the terror I feel at losing you. Because, to me, you are the divine dragon. Your leaving would not change that bond.
Everyone agrees. After all, you are what connects them. You are, and always shall be, the divine dragon.
Thank you, everyone. There's much I don't know. I may have made choices in the past that I can't take back, but for now, I'll continue on this journey with you.
We emblems will follow you, completely of our own free will.
Hang on.
That's right.
Yes.
Divine Dragon.
Mavir, it's you.
I overheard your conversation about being Lord Sombron's child. If that is true, then I urge you to help Lady Vale.
What? You're not here to stop us?
All this time, Lady Vale has been sustained by a desire to meet her sibling. If she sees you, she will be saved. I know it.
I'd like to support her, like my friends here have supported me. Vale, the true Vale, has been a friend to us. But we don't know where she is.
She is traveling with Lord Sombron to the land of Elyos.
Elyos? But why?
You will have to trust me. I can explain on the way.
What do you think?
Let's go with him.
Celica!
Let's go!
Erica!
Our ship is docked here.
Thank you for escorting us.
Mavier! All ready, like you asked. Feel free to tell me how great I am. Wait a minute. What's the Divine Dragon doing here?
Marnie?
What do you want? We don't have any more rings.
There are circumstances that require we travel together to Elyos.
Huh?
Divine Dragon. After Marnie and I lost the rings, Zephyr disciplined us to an unjust extreme. So, on my honor, I will not betray you once at sea. I will deliver you safely to Elyos. Will you trust me?
I will. Take us to Elyos.
What? Why would you help them? They're not our friends, they're enemies!
The Divine Dragon should meet with Lady Vale.
We have no reason to fight, as long as you don't start trouble.
I know a threat about not threatening people when I hear one. Mavier, what's happening?
You will hear details once we're aboard. If that is unsatisfactory, then you may remain here.
Hey! What? Fine, fine. Okay, temporary truce until I get back to Zephyr and the others in Elyos.
So be it. Let us go, Divine Dragon.
Okay.
You're Lord Sombron's child? What?
Yes.
So that means you're the sibling Lady Vale has been looking for all along? And that's why we're headed to Elyos. Hang on, does Gris know about this?
He's the one who told me.
Gris picked a fight at Elugia Castle to verify the truth, even surrendering a ring to do so.
What? Nobody told me that was the plan!
Why are Sombron and Vale going to Elyos?
It's about Gradlon, the Fell Dragon's land lost under the sea. He intends to restore it.
To restore that unholy land? My word.
What more do you know about this, Vander?
Gradlon sank beneath the waves 1,000 years ago. It was, of course, Sombron's land. Gradlon was a wicked place, one as much as Elyos is holy.
To raise and revive it, Sombron needs to destroy the Divine Dragon Shard in Elyos. That shard is what chains Gradlon beneath the waves. Lord Sombron finds it problematic.
So, you're saying that Sombron's greatest desire is to restore Gradlon?
Far from it. His desire, if such a word is fitting for Lord Sombron, is to invade other worlds.
Other worlds?
The continent of Elyos is only a stepping stone. He plans to extend himself everywhere.
There are other worlds, and he wants to rule them all. How is that even possible?
I'm well beyond what I know for certain. Lord Sombron has shared little of this with me. I can say, Lady Vale is a pawn in service of his greater ambitions.
Please, tell me anything more you know. I've heard that Vale's called a defect. What does that even mean?
Well, as a start, Dragon Royalty should be able to summon emblems. She cannot. Lord Sombron learned this recently, soon after his revival when reunited with Lady Vale. His children all fought in the war, but she, his youngest, never saw battle. Or any emblems.
She told me we met once, all that time ago.
You were among her many siblings. They all, in time, died fighting in the war. All save for you. Then Sombron was imprisoned, and Lady Vale's mother died, leaving her alone. She could find no friends in an age when it was rumored a last Felldragon child had survived. Lady Vale lived in hiding, knowing that were she discovered, she would be killed.
1,000 years living like that. All alone that whole time?
Not exactly. A few centuries ago, she came into contact with worshippers of the Felldragon. In their care, she slept in a hidden temple until Lord Sombron's release. She had been, long ago, close with those in that temple. But when she recently awoke...
They were all dead, weren't they?
So Lady Vale was relieved, even overjoyed, to find herself reunited with Lord Sombron. He detested her, and proclaimed her a defect, lacking a Felldragon's abilities and character. Sombron required her obedience, however, so he ordered Zephyr to tamper with her nature. Lady Vale may have thought she was no longer alone, but she's never been more so. Ever.
How awful.
What is it, Marnie? Is it the waves? Are you seasick?
No! I'm trying not to cry! But I never knew Lady Vale's life was so sad. I thought I was the one with the tragic story. I should have maybe been nicer to her. Probably.
You have never told me of your past, Marnie.
I mean, you know, happens all the time. I was just abandoned by my mom, that's all. I had a lot of brothers, and she decided she didn't need a girl. Which is weird, since I was way superior to those useless jerks, even back then. I mean, I was better at helping her, but she never said thank you, or good job, or anything. The first time we went for a walk, just us, so she could find somewhere to dump me. Imagine, my hand in hers, and we're strolling from place to place. She left me at a church.
I can't believe it.
It's fine. The priest was nice. As long as I helped free Lord Sombron, I got lots of thank yous. Eventually, I met Zephyr and joined the Hounds. See? Lady Vale's story is so much sadder.
Zephyr filled out the 4 Hounds with devout followers of the Felldragon.
Did that include you, Mavir?
Yes. I was there at the hidden temple where Lady Vale slept. When she awoke, I was there to speak with her. She, a royal dragon, asked me to be her friend. I said it was impossible. Lady Vale then asked if I could offer my service to her as a knight.
And you accepted?
That I could not refuse.
It's a big deal to be handpicked like that by royalty. Who would have thought? You made her knight? That's just cool. I mean that, Mavir. That's really cool.
Should you wish, I am sure Lady Vale would also accept you as her knight.
What? No way. I don't want to work with you that much. No praise, no thank yous. I hate you.
Is that so?
Besides, I already belong somewhere. I need to get back to Zephyr. Since you're helping the Divine Dragon, you're probably gonna get kicked out of the Hounds.
I expect as much.
Yeah, well, I like being one of the 4 Hounds. As soon as we're off this boat, we're enemies.
You do hate me, after all. So, surely you'll be happier.
Right. So, Yes. I'm done talking. This is a waste of my time.
Mavir, thank you for telling us all of that. When we find Vale, I hope you will do what you think is best for her, even if that means we'll cross blades again.
I shall.
What's happened to Lethos? The land. It's fallen to rot and ruin.
A sure sign of Gradlon's return, or that our foes are now destroying the Divine Dragon Shard.
We have to stop Sombron. Where is the shard?
It's in the castle. Queen Lumera's home.
Who would have thought we'd return here to see everything come to this? I know you're here, Sombron! Show yourself!
Ah, the Divine Dragon has arrived. Or should I call you the Divine Imposter? You've arrived earlier than expected. How did you know where to find us? My other two children haven't even caught up to us yet.
I assume you mean us.
Why are you with them?
You two brought them here? And betrayed us? Unbelievable.
Please, no! You have it wrong!
Wrong? Looks pretty clear to me.
This is my doing. I want Lady Vale to meet with the Divine Dragon. I might have even forced them to come, but it wasn't necessary. Marnie had no part in this.
Mavir.
Return to the hounds, Marnie.
But...
Do not hesitate. Go now.
Marnie, welcome back. But Mavir, what will we do with you? I'm willing to forgive and forget if you can explain yourself. We are family, after all.
What nonsense. I know you're going to punish me, but Lady Vale will see the Divine Dragon.
You rude, self-serving.
I don't mind. I was just thinking I'd like to talk to the Divine Dragon myself.
Vale, what's happened to you?
It's good to see you again.
What did you do to Lady Vale?
I told you about Lord Sombron's enchanted helmet. My spell has now truly taken hold.
Vale, do you know who I am?
Why, you're my dear long-lost brother. What a happy reunion.
What the... This is what you've been trying to do to her? Can the other Lady Vale return?
No, never. Not as long as that helmet remains attached and intact. That other side of her is dead.
Dead?
Oh, please, you should be delighted. You don't have to talk to the defect anymore.
Zephyr, I know about Vale's past. Do you? You were alive way back then.
What?
I mean, I didn't know. When I helped you with all of these awful things, Lady Vale was all alone for so long. And she was so excited to see her family again. She never got to enjoy it. Now she never will. It's all so terrible.
What is this, Marnie?
Zephyr, I loved it when you gave me praise. I loved it when you said we were family. I loved belonging somewhere. I loved the Four Hounds. But this has gone too far. I have to do what I know is right. Praise or no praise.
Marnie?
I'm going to free Lady Vale. I'm going to break that helmet to pieces!
No! Stop!
Marnie, that was simply pathetic. An attack like that couldn't put a scratch on Father's gift.
I swung with all my strength, and it did nothing?
I take it you were trying to free me, fool that you are. But as it turns out, you have failed in your attempt.
Oh.
I ordered you to stop, did I not? Such a bad girl. You are a very naughty child. If only you had done as I had said.
Marnie!
Here. I'm sorry. I tried to save her, but in the end, I guess I wasn't strong enough. If she's ever her old self again, will you tell her something for me? Please tell her that she's done so well.
Don't go. Please. Marnie!
Oh, did she die in your arms? How very tragic.
What a waste. Got killed for nothing.
Marnie was just trying to restore Vale, and all this for that?
I will never stand by you again, Zephyr, save for the moment my blade pierces your heart. Divine Dragon, I beg of you, allow me to fight at your side, to avenge Marnie, and to save Lady Vale.
Mavir. Of course.
So you're just going to betray me? Leave me sad and lonely again? And you, brother. I thought you'd be happy to be reunited with me after so long.
You are not our Vale.
This must be about my new look. Then you're not going to like this look either.
Marth.
His fellow emblems stolen away. You turned your back on him. Oh, lonely thing. Just like me. But I'm here for you, little emblem. I'm all you need. Now, had I known I had a sibling who survived the years, I would have killed you. I'd like to make sure I'm my father's one and only child.
You want to be alone forever?
Yes, that's right. I have no need for this sort of family, or friendships, or bonds of loyalty. I do appreciate you bringing the rings to me, but that's where our relationship ends. Now, goodbye, brother.
Vale.